Welcome to this episode of LBF Outdoors, and today I'm going to teach you guys how to catch summer lake trout. So a lot of people like to troll for lake trout because it's sort of a tradition. People use lead line or downriggers and they go and just troll around whatever lake they're fishing and hope for the best. But that's not what I like to do. I like to go around the lake or go to specific spots that I know and turn my fish finder on, look for fish, and then just position myself directly above them, drop straight down, and catch them. It's a lot more effective than trolling because you actually get the bait right in front of their face. In the summer, the fish are a lot more lethargic, so they're gonna be able to get the bait if it's in front of them rather than just some random spoon just flying past them that they're probably not even gonna see. So the bait that I'm gonna be using today is pretty simple. It's a 4-inch Berkeley power bait minnow with I think it's a 1/2 ounce pink jighead, and I'm just going to be dropping it straight down into however deep the fish are. The thermocline's at 35 feet, so they'll be anywhere from 35 feet down to the bottom, which can be anywhere like around 100 or so. And yeah, so we'll see what happens. I've been catching lots of lake trout in the past few days, so today I'm going to make a video to show you guys how it's done. So now I'm just going to slowly drive along at trolling speed and look for one to show up. Sometimes you'll see 5 of them at once, sometimes there'll be big schools. And they can be anywhere from the bottom up to the thermocline, which right now is at about 35 feet. So you won't see them any higher than 35 feet. So that's one right there. I'm just gonna back up until I'm at 0 miles per hour so I can stay directly above the fish. There we go. And yeah, you can see him. He's just below 40 feet, so at about 45. So I'm gonna drop down and see if I can get him. And I'm hooked up. Hooked up on another lake trout. This guy bit at 70 feet. Yeah, so I just pulled up here, looked on the fish finder, saw one, and I just dropped straight down to him, and he just bit it on the fall, and it feels like a decent one. Lots of head shakes, and he's really rolling around a lot. Oh, that's a nice one. Very nice one. It's better than average, I think, for this lake. There he is. Nice. So that noise he's making, that grunting noise, that's him releasing his air. So lake trout are one of the only fish that can stabilize themselves pressure-wise. Most fish, when you bring them up from 70 feet, they would just die. But lake trout are special in that they're capable of not dying. So, beautiful lake trout. Natural. That's what I love about this lake. They're all natural fish. So here's another quick look at the fish for you guys. He's really cold considering the water down at that depth is probably only 9 degrees. But yeah, another beautiful lake trout. So the best way to release these guys is just to rocket them back down straight to the bottom. So there he goes. We'll see him later. And that line that was just right there on the left was the lake trout that I just released, going back down to the bottom. Another important thing to know about lake trout is that they're very slow growing fish. So it takes them a long time to reach even that size, which is probably about 3.5 pounds. But I tagged one last time I was up here, and I phoned the ministry about it, and they said that, well, the fish I caught was 20 inches at that time, and they said that 9 years ago when they tagged it, it was only 18 inches. So it had only grown 2 inches in 9 years. So that's why I like to release the fish, because it takes a long time for them to come back. There we go, hooked up. hooked up on another one. He bit also down at 70 feet. Again, lots of head shakes. I think he's close. Oh yeah, there he is. Another nice one. And there he is. This seems to sort of be the average size. There are a lot of fish around 3 pounds that I've been catching lately. Like yesterday I caught a total of 9 lake trout, and I think 7 of them were this exact size and then 2 of them were smaller. But yeah, another beautiful one. And we're gonna shoot her straight back down to 70 feet. Ready? And there she goes. Go. Another one. This guy was on the bottom and he came up at 75 feet deep here and he chased it all the way up to 45. So he chased my bait up 30 feet. So how I get them to chase is as soon as they see the line start to react to my bait, I just start reeling in. I don't even jig it, I just start reeling in and then they chase it really fast. It's weird how they don't really like you to jig it for them. All they want is just to see that escaping bait fish. About the same size as the last 2. Maybe a little smaller. But they're all very similar in size. There are a lot in that 18 to 21 inch. And it's really great to see how none of these fish are stocked. They're all natural lake trout. And this isn't in any special provincial park or anything. It's just a typical cottage country lake, and there are a bunch of lake trout in it. So one thing that I forgot to mention in the video that I'll quickly go over is how to actually locate these lake trout. Where are some common spots that you will find good concentrations of fish? So in the lake that I'm fishing, it's strange because there are actually no bait fish really that lake trout generally prefer. There are no ciscos, there are no whitefish, there are no shad, there are no rainbow smelt, there are none of the common types of bait fish that lake trout would eat. So they grow very slowly, so the fish aren't quite as big. So in this lake, I tend to look for places, basically just structure. So in this video, I was fishing off a point that extended into deeper water. So it was 100 feet on the sides, and then the point came up to 70. So sort of like a little underwater ridge, and the fish would just hang out around there, and they wouldn't be right on the bottom. Well, some of them would be, but a lot of them would be up near the surface too. But in lakes that do have bait fish, generally the bait fish will be very dependent on the wind because they will be following lots of food, and therefore the fish will follow. So on a lot of other lakes, I guess, just look for bait fish and you'll find the lake trout. And I guess a lot of the smaller lakes, like the one that I was fishing, just look for structure. So thank you guys so much for watching the video. I really appreciate it. Hope you guys learned a thing or two about summertime lake trout fishing. I encourage you guys to go do it yourself, and good luck if you do.